Okay, everybody, thanks for coming out. I know we're all super busy and all, but we took some time out to do this. So I am going to have you guys mute yourselves, and that's what we'll do once we get class started every time as well. So if you can find the mute button, we'll mute it. Sometimes it's down on the bottom left. Sometimes if you look at where the participants are, you can find yourself on that list and you can mute yourself on there. Don't turn your video off unless you don't want to be seen. But if you don't have any clothes on or something, you can turn your video off too. I mean, leave it on, whatever, who cares? Okay, so everybody mute yourself, and then, okay, so quick rundown of all the things that you need to know. It's really easy to get into a class, and then I'll tell you what the classes are. So you'll go to MindBody just as you normally would go in and sign up for a class. You'll go to our website or go to the MindBody site and you sign up for a class just as you normally would, and you'll put yourself in the class, except for you won't drive to the studio if you're taking an online class. Now, please know there are classes in the studio as well. So be sure that you're clicking on a class that says the word online next to it, and you'll sign up for that class. The instructor of the class is going to send you a link to the class through Zoom, just like I sent you this link, or your instructor sent you this link today, or you got it off of social media. You're going to get a private link because you're paying for the class. So you're going to get that link, and then you'll join the class whenever the class starts. If you happen to be late or you can't make it to the class, then we're going to try our best to hit record and record the class, and then we can shoot the class over to you with a private YouTube link so that you can take the class at a different time. So make sure that your email is updated, or you contact the instructor if you need the link to the class. Once you sign up, you should get it from them. So you won't get it automatically sent to you. The instructor is gonna have to manually do that. So the classes that are online are all gonna be flow classes. They're gonna be from a flow package that you can buy on MindBody. Make sure you look at that to see where the drop-down menu is. There's a little gray area where you can drop down to collect a single class or a group of flow classes. And so if you sign up 30 minutes in advance, that really helps us to be able to not frantically send links out, and that would be super helpful. Things to gather before class is maybe a mat, a towel, or you can do it on the carpet if you don't have any of those things. And it's okay if you don't have a mat, you can do it on either of the two. Just be super cautious if you're doing it on hard floor. You're gonna have to have a few towels stacked up, or do it on the carpet or something. You can use hand weights. I have like some 5-pound weights. You can use some 3s, some 2s. You shouldn't need anything any heavier than that. If you have ankle weights, you can strap those on while you're doing class. Canned goods, bottled water. Laura likes to use wine bottles. All of those things work. I saw somebody using like handles of liquor the other day. I don't expect to use those in any of my classes, unfortunately, sorry. But the cans work really well, the bottled water, because you can hold on to them easily. For Lisa's classes, for the stretch class, you're gonna need either a stretching strap, you can use a towel. Lisa, if you want to unmute yourself at this point, is there anything else that they could use for stretch? If you have a band, I can think of that, or a ring, just trying to think outside the box.
A ring, a rubber band, a towel, or the stretch straps are available on Amazon. They're actually called Stretch Strap, and they're the green ones. And that's where I bought ours for the studio on Amazon.
Perfect. I'm gonna backtrack just a little bit because I had a question from somebody that was a private question. And again, if you have questions, I won't do a Q&A during this, but you can send me a group chat privately over to the side, which I just learned that you can send it to me privately to the host. going to go back and answer questions independently afterwards, either over email or text message with your instructor, or you're welcome to contact myself or the owners of the studio. Their email address is breathepilatestudio@yahoo.com, and you're welcome to email them. You can email myself at kmacpage@icloud.com, or you can text your current instructor as well. I'm going to go back to the flow class because there was a question about that. So if you have questions about the pricing, contact your instructor and we'll get it sorted out for you, because I know that there may be some questions around that. Rachel, I will answer your question privately over text message whenever we're done. I have an answer for you. And if you have equipment at home, like such as a Pilates chair, or you have a reformer, if you're lucky enough to have a Cadillac or a tower, something of that sort, a spine corrector, if you have any of that equipment at home, other friends might have that equipment as well, and we can set up a class for you. You can also have a private from your instructor. It will feel a little bit remote, but you're going to still get a great workout. And there's a learning curve on that, but you can definitely set up a class with your favorite instructor on those pieces of equipment. But you've got to let us know that you have it, and then we can put a group together. For myself, I have kids at home. I am assuming that some of you have kids at home. Kate, I know I talked to you about this. You've got 2 kids that are of the age where they can actually do the workouts properly. And even if they're little kids, they may come and go during the video, and that's okay. But I'm okay with your kids joining in, or your family, just as long as they're safe while they're doing it. And you know, that's fine. If, you know, if there's kids that are there and they want to move around, this is a great way for them to move around. Please let them join in on the video. Again, they may come and go throughout the video, and that's okay. We'll be muted, so it won't matter anyways. And while you're working out, remember to listen to your body just as you do in the studio. I wouldn't want anyone to push past something or do something that's not good for your body. So please listen to your body and know that we need to be kind to ourselves as we're working out at home. And I'm not right there in person to help you through stuff. Now, if the class is small enough, then we don't necessarily have to mute ourselves during class, and we can ask questions. There is a button somewhere where you can raise your hand. Laura, Lisa, help me remember where that button is.
Katie, if you are looking at the participants, mine's, yes, the list is on the right-hand side, and at the bottom, yes, says raise
perfect.
hand.
Emily, Kate, I could see that you raised your hand. That's perfect. So there is, if you click on participants, everybody, down at the bottom, you'll see the list of participants. If you scroll across your name, it will give you the option to click the word, or it'll give you the option to raise your hand on that. You can raise your hand, lower your hand on that, just in case there's a large class and you have an emergent question that you need. Is anybody having any major trouble with Zoom while we're on here? If you are, I'm gonna scroll through. You can like raise your actual hand or take yourself off mute and speak if you are having actual problems. Kate, are you having an actual problem?
I'm not having an actual problem, no.
Okay, good.
I just wanted to help.
Good.
Katie, can I get rid of all of us and just have you big in the middle?
That's a good question, Rosemary.
We'll figure it out. Don't worry.
Yes, you can. Go to the very top right. Do you see where it says speaker view?
No, and this is an iPad, so things are in different places. I'll find it.
There should be speaker view or gallery view. And
mine's on the left.
I think that was on the left.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah, so Laura, before you hopped on, everyone was having trouble actually seeing everyone.
Oh, I'm doing like Brady Bunch style. I see everybody.
Right. So I'm not doing it that style. I'm doing it the way that I have to have it for my video for my learning purposes as well,
Yeah.
because I have to have myself in the middle.
Oh, go away. Hey,
So
Katie.
there's
on an
two
iPhone,
views. There's
it
gallery
probably
or
is the
speaker.
same way.
Say that one more time,
Katie,
Rachel.
on an iPhone, it probably is the same on an iPad. You just swipe the screen right or left. So if I scroll all the way to the left, I see just Katie. If I keep scrolling to the right, I start seeing participants.
Okay.
So
I'm using my iPad and it's on the left. It's just a button. You push your picture and you can go to the speaker or the gallery view.
Okay.
okay.
Just push on that.
Okay.
Did you figure it out, Rosemary?
I haven't, I saw that once before, but I'm not finding it now, but now I know where to look. I will,
Click
don't
the
worry.
upper left picture.
Say that again.
Click the upper left picture, whoever's in your upper left.
That would be
And
me.
yeah, me too. So, and then you'll see a little light blue thing that says switch to active speaker
Yes.
or gallery.
No gallery, just switch camera or switch to active speaker.
Do that one.
After that, then it'll go back to you can switch to gallery.
So if
Okay,
you
I'll-
go to switch to active speaker, Rosemary, during
Yeah.
class, since I will be
There
spotlighted,
you are. That's just what I wanted.
that should make it where it's only me the whole time or only who your instructor is. I'm using me as an
Right.
example right now, but it's not
Right.
always going to be me on the other end. You're going to have Lisa and Emma and all kinds of other instructors. I want to give you guys a quick rundown. I know that you can go on to the website and see the schedule, but I wanted you to know the schedule now, just in case you want to jot it down. That way you don't have to log in. But here's what we have so far, and there may have been an update since I got this, so nod your head if you got the answer to it once I get to the very bottom where the question mark was. Tomorrow, we're going to start tomorrow morning. I'm going to do a power mat class. I did it by myself yesterday because no one in my house would join me. I begged them. And my legs are really sore. So you're going to have a great workout tomorrow. 10 o'clock in the morning, you can do that. And then after I make your legs sore, in the afternoon, Lisa's going to stretch you out at 2 o'clock. Okay. And then again, we'll start it over on Tuesday. Laura's going to do a mat mix-up, which is going to be just a great crowd-friendly class. I think you guys are going to like that format. It's at 10 o'clock. And then again on Tuesday, Lisa will stretch you out at 2 o'clock. Okay, then on Wednesday, there's going to be a mat class with Emma.
That will be at 8 a.m.
Great.
on Wednesday. So if you
So
want something
for those of you that may be like working at home, or you're an early riser and you're just ready to get going, you're maybe a little bit nervous, a little bit anxious in the morning, that's a great way to get up and move. And, you know, first thing in the morning, that'll get your brain going on something else. And then bar is going to be with Abigail at 12 o'clock. And if you've not done Abigail's bar class, it's great. So this is a great class for you guys to try. If you're at home, you don't have anywhere to go, you might as well try Abigail's class. So I think you'll be pleasantly surprised at that if you haven't tried it. Thursday, again, you're going to do mat mix up with Laura at 10 and stretch with Lisa at 2. So it kind of mimics on Mondays and Tuesdays and Thursdays mimic each other right now. On Friday, I'm going to do another power mat class at 10 o'clock. And then
Emma is doing mats.
Yes.
It's called equipment on the mat, and she's doing that at 12 o'clock.
perfect. Okay, that's where my question mark was at the end. Thank you, Lisa. So Matt with Emma on Friday at noon, and she's going to do some equipment. If there's something that's specifically needed for that, she'll probably send you that information in an email before you get it, and she'll give you modifications. Like if you don't have a Pilates ring or you don't have a ball, you can modify. If you don't have a stretching strap, you can modify those. So she'll give you some helpful hints, just like for my class tomorrow. If you don't have a small set of weights, then, and obviously just doing the movement is great too, so you don't have to have those. If you're interested in a certain class, this is where we need your help. If you're interested in a certain time that you like to work out or a certain type of class, if you have any grand ideas, You can shoot them to me over on the chat, on the group chat down at the bottom. You can click chat. You can give me those suggestions now or send those to your favorite instructor, and that instructor can put it on the schedule because you want it. We're hoping to add maybe some evening classes because some of you are evening people that are here on the list right now. Some of Katie Cook and Emma's participants that I see on here. I know that you will want a different time of day if that's the time that you normally work out. So let us know what you want from them. Lisa, Laura, did I miss anything? I have one little thing to do before we finish.
Nope.
If-
I've reached out to my own client, Suzanne, too, just about other options as well. Like some of my private clients wanted to do stuff.
Yes.
But we'll figure out price that makes sense. We're all in this together, so we're trying to figure out what the best thing to do.
Perfect. Yeah, I forgot that. I had it on my list here, so I'm glad that you mentioned that if you normally do take private sessions, you can still do a private session, even if it's just a mat session, if you prefer to not be in the large group setting. That's doable, just as long as you can set it up, at the right time with your instructor. So
And then
that's
I'm
doable.
sure you're going to answer this. Go ahead, Suzanne. What's your question?
Oh, I just wondered, you read off this schedule. I don't know where we find that schedule.
Perfect. So if you
I
go
missed
to
that.
breathepilatesstudio.net, the schedule that you normally would sign up for classes on, and I know that you do privates, you don't typically take any classes, right, Suzanne?
No.
Okay, so Laura can also walk you through this one-on-one as well.
Okay.
But you'll go to the website and you'll go in and sign up for classes, and I'm going to go ahead and offer this for Laura that she can probably even just sign you up for the class as well. You guys don't hesitate to text us. We can put you in a class. That's not difficult.
Yeah.
But we just put
Thank
you put yourself in a class as you normally would if you normally sign up for your own classes. If you are recurring in a class, don't worry about going in and deleting those unless you just are bored and you want to do that, because we're taking you out of the classes and deleting those classes that you normally come to. We're taking care of those sessions and making sure that you're not getting charged for those if you're taking these.
So I do have a question. I don't know if we're going to,
Sure.
obviously you said people would text each other independently, but I won't be able to have an answer. So I'm going to ask now.
For sure.
The people that have group class packages that are equipment based and now the online classes are flow, is there any way, instead of purchasing another package, can a equipment class account for 2 online classes? Can we or whatever equation makes sense? Is that something we can just manage on our own?
Katie and I talked about this yesterday, so Laura, I'll reach out to you directly.
Okay.
We'll figure something out.
Okay.
I've gotten that question on the private over here on the side. So I just
Yeah.
I just told that person that I would respond to them privately and
Okay.
and talk to them about it.
Cool. Thank you.
So anybody else have anything major going on with their screen? I wanted this to be a time that we also figure out how to use Zoom, but I want to do one thing before we leave. So, okay, so I know we're not doing any movement together today, but I want to do a breathing exercise with you before we leave, just because I think that it's beneficial for us. It's going to take us about 2 minutes, okay? Everybody in a spot where you can be still, maybe, if that's possible. And if some of you are working out, Rosemary, we're going to pause your workout. Rachel, come back from San Francisco. Perfect. So just find a spot and take a big deep breath for me, just relax. And then I want you just to close your eyes down. I like to do this at the end of class, so you've probably done this with me before, but just take a deep breath in through your nose and then exhale out of your mouth. Good. One more just natural deep breath on your own. Good. Try to sit tall, relax your shoulders down and back. Take a deep breath in through your nose for 2 counts. And then exhale out of the mouth for 4. Breathe in through your nose for 3. exhale for 6. If you have trouble getting that breath from deep down, you can hold on to the belly. It helps. Breathe in for 4. Let it all out for 8. Breathe in for 3. Out for 6. Breathe in for 2. And out for 4. Good. If you had your eyes closed, you can open them again. Thank you so much for hopping on here to practice this. If you have private questions after we're over, then email those, text them, and we look forward to